Let your mind relax as we enter tonight's comforting tale together. Kaara and Zinnia, a tale of persistence. This story is about Kaara and Zinnia, who learn the value of persistence and teamwork while facing a challenging task together. In a small village nestled between the hills, there lived a girl named Kaara who loved to explore the woods near her home. She had fiery red hair and a sense of curiosity that was insatiable. One sunny afternoon, while wandering deeper into the forest, Kaara stumbled upon a shimmering blue beetle trying to push a tiny pebble. The beetle was no ordinary insect. Its iridescent wings reflected the sunlight in a mesmerizing display. "Hello there," Kaara greeted, her voice soft and filled with wonder. To her astonishment, the beetle looked up and said, "Hello, I'm Zinnia. I need to move this pebble to my home, but it's so heavy for me." Without hesitation, Kaara knelt down and offered her help. Together, they pushed the pebble, inch by inch, over the uneven ground. Despite their efforts, the task proved daunting. Sweat heaved on Kaara's forehead, and Zinnia's wings drooped with exhaustion. "It's too hard," Zinnia lamented. But Kaara, with determination shining in her eyes, replied, "We can do that if we don't give up." They rested briefly, then continued, and slowly but surely, step by step, they moved the pebble closer to Zinnia's home. Hours passed, and the sun began to set, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink. Finally, they reached Zinnia's tiny home, nestled under an old oak tree. "We did it!" Kaara exclaimed, her face lighting up with joy. Zinnia, grateful and exhausted, thanked Kaara with all his heart. "I couldn't have done it without you," he said. Kaara smiled warmly, realizing that persistence and teamwork could overcome even the hardest challenges. As twilight fell, Kaara and Zinnia sat together, sharing stories and dreams, content in the knowledge that they had achieved something wonderful through perseverance. From that day on, they became inseparable friends, reminding each other that with persistence, anything was possible. Let's wander further into tonight's stories. The Harmony of Silver Bell and Blummet. This story is about Silver Bell, a kind woman, and Bluebonnet, a fire spirit, who create happiness and unity in their village through a magical festival of lights. In a village nestled amidst emerald hills and crystal-clear rivers, there lived a kind-hearted woman named Silver Bell. Himble had a gift for growing the most beautiful flowers anyone had ever seen, her garden blooming in an array of colors that drew visitors from lands far and wide. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden glow over her garden, Silver Bell noticed a flicker of blue light among the roses. Approaching cautiously, she discovered a tiny fire spirit named Bluebonnet shimmering brightly, its little wings gracefully fluttering. Ever curious and gentle, Silver Bell extended her hand, and Bluebonnet landed softly on her palm. As they gazed at each other, an unspoken bond formed. Bluebonnet's presence brought an aura of warmth and joy that Silver Bell had never felt before. The little fire spirit began to visit Silver Bell's garden every evening, and together they shared stories and laughter. Helmet would weave intricate patterns of light in the air, creating magical displays that delight the fireflies and fill Silver Bell's heart with peace. In return, Silver Bell taught Bluebonnet about the secrets of the earth, the magic of nurturing life from the soil, and the melodies of the songs she sang to her plants. One night, as they sat under the silvery moon, Bluebonnet shared its deepest wish. It longed to bring happiness to the entire village, just as it had brought to Silver Bell. Inspired by the fire spirit, Silver Bell came up with a plan. They would create a festival of lights, where villagers could come together to experience the enchanting beauty and joy of Bluebonnet's magic. For days, Silverbell and Bluebonnet worked tirelessly, preparing the garden and teaching the villagers how to create lanterns that would float in the night sky. On the night of the festival, the garden was aglow with thousands of lanterns, each a tiny beacon of happiness and wonder. As Bluebonnet danced among the lanterns, casting its magical light, the entire village was transformed into a breathtaking spectacle of color and light. The villagers, young and old, were filled with awe and joy, their hearts warmed by the beauty and harmony created by Silverbell and Bluebonnet. The festival became an annual tradition, a celebration of happiness, love, and unity. Silverbell and Bluebonnet continued to nurture their friendship, their bond growing stronger with each passing year. Their story became a legend, a reminder that true happiness is found in the simple joys of life, and in the shared moments of love and magic between friends. Let us drift deeper with this next gentle tale. Buffy and the Cloud Beyond, a tale of resilience. This story is about Kate, a kind-hearted girl, and Lobelia, a gentle cloud guardian, who together face a fierce storm, demonstrating the power of resilience and cooperation. Once upon a time in a quiet village nestled between mountains and meadows, there lived a young girl named Buffy. Of hair as dark as a starless night, and eyes that sparkled like morning dew, she possessed a heart full of kindness. In the skies above her village, the clouds were guided by a gentle being known as a cloud guardian. His name was Lobelia, and he moved the clouds with a grace that made the sky seem like a living canvas. One day, a tempest unlike any other approached the village. The villagers watched in fear as ominous clouds gathered on the horizon, promising a storm of unprecedented magnitude. Afuchi, with her unwavering spirit, decided to climb the highest hill to seek answers from the sky. As she reached the summit, she met Lobelia. His presence exuded calm, and his cerulean eyes reassured her. "Why have you come, child?" Lobelia asked, his voice as soothing as a lullaby. "Our village needs your help, Cloud Guardian," Orchid replied, her voice steady yet earnest. Lobelia gazed at the brewing storm. "This tempest is fierce, but together, we can temper its wrath." With Lobelia's guidance, Orchid helped in directing the clouds, her small hands mimicking his fluid movements. They worked in harmony, each action a testament to resilience and trust. As hours passed, the storm's fury ebbed, transformed into a gentle rain that nourished the earth. The village below witnessed the miracle. When Orchid descended from the hill, she was greeted with tears and gratitude. From that day, the bond between human and cloud guardian remained unbroken, a symbol of how resilience, when paired with trust and cooperation, can overcome the fiercest of storms. Let's explore the next chapter of tonight's tales. Lobelia and Buttercup's adventure through imagination. This story is about the girl named Lobelia, who with the help of an elf named Buttercup, embarks on a magical adventure that shows the limitless power of imagination. Lobelia was a curious girl with sparkling eyes that reflected the wonders of the world. She lived in a quaint village surrounded by verdant meadows and ancient trees. One evening, as the stars began to twinkle in the violet sky, Lobelia sat by her window, dreaming of far-off places and magical creatures. Just then, a soft glow appeared outside, and from the gentle light emerged an elf named Buttercup. Buttercup had golden hair that flowed like sunlight and wings that shimmered with every flare of the rainbow. Seeing Lobelia's fascination, Buttercup fluttered closer. "Do you want to come on an adventure?" she whispered. Lobelia's heart leapt with joy, and she nodded eagerly. Buttercup sprinkled a handful of stardust over them, and together, they soared into the night sky. They flew over the village, fields and forests, arriving in a land that shimmered with magic. The trees there had golden leaves and flowers sang sweet melodies. Creatures of all kinds, unicorns, fairies, and talking animals came to greet them. Buttercup led Lobelia to a crystal clear lake, where the water sparkled like diamonds. "This is the lake of dreams," Buttercup explained. "Anything you imagine here can come to life." Lobelia closed her eyes and thought of a magnificent castle made of candy. When she opened her eyes, a vibrant castle with walls of chocolate and roofs of candy canes stood before them. They walked through the candy castle, tasting sweet treats and marveling at the wonders around them. In the garden, they met a wise owl who told stories of old and a gentle giant who sang lullabies. As the night grew deeper, Buttercup and Lobelia sat on a hill overlooking the magical kingdom. "The power of imagination is limitless," Buttercup said softly. Lobelia smiled, feeling a warm glow inside her heart. When it was time to return, Buttercup spread her wings, and they flew back to Lobelia's village. Before parting, Buttercup gave Lobelia a small crystal. "Whenever you want to come back, just hold this and dream," she said. Lobelia promised she would, and with a gentle hug, Butter flew away. Lobelia kept the crystal close and whispered, "Until we meet again." As she climbed into bed, she felt the magic of their adventure fill her dreams, knowing that with imagination any dream could come true. Close your eyes, sleep well, and good night.